Hello, I'm Robert Buchbauer. Welcome to our award-winning booth here at the Baselworld 2015. In reopening our largely extended crystal worlds in Athens, Austria, which is the second largest tourist attraction in Austria. We'll be reopening in about 4 weeks. Still a lot of construction going on there, but it's going to be on time, and we'll have an international audience there in order to celebrate with us. But I think even more importantly, as a family business after 120 years, is the fact that we are in excellent shape and that we've been able to manage to stay independent, and we have a very strong will to continue exactly that way. In 2009 we decided strategically to really go into the watch business with a serious approach. And if you want to be serious in the watch business, there is only one way to introduce yourself to the world of watches, to the watch industry and to the customers. This is a presence at the Baselworld, and you have to have a strong presence at the Baselworld. And later on we extended our presence into this new booth here after the Baselworld decided to extend its buildings and its premises, and we also brought in our other divisions and of course the jewelry, and this way we were able to fill this very big booth with a lot of exciting products and a lot of exciting stores. This year we have a lot of new lines. Actually we are launching 5 new lines with a total of more than 30 new stock keeping units. That means a lot of new watches, entirely focused at the female consumer, both for day wear and evening wear, and with a lot of emphasis on the fashion element of the watch. Introducing men's watches, we've started I think in 2011 or 2012 with the men's watches, and the product life cycles of the men's watches are much longer than the ones for the ladies, specifically the fashion watches. So we'll be showing new men's watches, but not this year, but perhaps next year or the year after, because it takes much longer for a brand as Swarovski to really get established in the men's market. Because we're a very feminine brand and we have a lot of work to do in order to really be credible with the men at a larger scale as well. Absolutely with you in that respect, and we've really tried to beef up our mid-price and entry price ranges, but never compromising on the quality, on the design, on the uniqueness as a Swarovski watch, as well as the Swiss made, which is of course something that we have for all of our watches. Maybe I show you one of our newest additions to our line. This is the crystalline in oval shape and curved, as you can see. Very difficult to produce actually, 1,700 crystals inside the case. Still we managed to construct this watch in a way that it is water resistant up to 30 meters, which is quite a challenge considering the curves that you see here also on the glass. It's going to be one of our new bestsellers. I'm absolutely sure about this. I always like the ones where we can show the DNA, the heritage of our brand, which is very much linked to the faceted crystal, the crystals that we exclusively produce for the watches in order to match the very tiny and very strict tolerances of the watchmaking. They have to be very precise, and they are designed for those specific watches. Those are the designs I personally admire most and I like most, because it really shows our expertise. Yes, I think there's another good example. In 2009 we started with a line that was called the Octea Sport, and we have the latest addition to this line here with the Octea Dressy. The Octea Dressy is another excellent example of craftsmanship and also engineering when it comes to the Swarovski watches. We have the ceramic bezel on the outer side of the case, which needs to match the tolerances of the case very exactly. And I remember very well in the beginning when we started like going very serious about the watches, our engineers had a very hard time to really match those tolerances, and we had a scrap rate of those rings for up to 50%. Now we're down to around 10-15%, so we have learned a lot. Our learning curve was excellent, and we are now able to present that latest edition in an even more delicate, thinner, more feminine design. And on top of that, we also added some crystals inside in order to enhance the design. I think the most important thing in order to stay competitive is not the price range as such, it is about uniqueness. If you manage to come up with unique designs that resonate with the consumers, if you manage to be innovative in what you do, you don't have to be scared of the competition. And actually the competition as such is a good thing for the consumers because it offers them more choice. So you just need to be excellent in everything you do, and the competition is actually something energizing.